Deep in the heart of the jungle, where the dense canopy forms a natural cathedral and the air is thick with the scent of life, a civilization thrived. The Maya, masters of astronomy and art, created a world that was both mystical and scientific. They charted the stars with incredible precision, their knowledge of the cosmos rivaling that of any modern astronomer. Built cities of stone that pierced the sky. These towering pyramids and sprawling cities were not just architectural marvels, they were a testament to the Mayas' deep understanding of engineering and their spiritual connection to the heavens. They were a people in tune with nature's rhythms, their lives intertwined with the secrets of the rainforest. In this world of vibrant green and ancient whispers, every plant, every animal, and every stone held a story, a piece of the grand tapestry of life. The Maya believed that the jungle was a living entity, a sacred space where the divine and the earthly met. Mushrooms held a special place, not just food but keys to the spirit world. They were seen as portals to other realms, gateways to the divine. The Maya used these sacred fungi in their rituals and ceremonies, believing that they could communicate with the gods and ancestors through their use, objects of reverence and awe. The Maya believed that mushrooms were gifts from the gods. They saw them sprout from the earth, appearing as if by magic. These mushrooms were not just ordinary fungi. They were imbued with spiritual significance, symbols of life, death, and rebirth. These strange and wonderful beings, with their earthy scent and unusual shapes, captivated the Mayan imagination. They called them flesh of the gods, a testament to their power. The Maya believed that consuming these mushrooms allowed them to transcend the physical world and enter a state of heightened awareness. Captivated the Mayan imagination. They called them flesh of the gods, a testament to their power. The rituals involving these sacred mushrooms were elaborate and deeply spiritual, often conducted by shamans who acted as intermediaries between the human and the divine. Stories of their magic echoed through the centuries, passed down from generation to generation. The Maya were not alone in their veneration of mushrooms. These tales were more than just stories. They were a way of preserving the knowledge and wisdom of the ancients, a means of connecting with the past. Across the ancient world, from the steppes of Asia to the deserts of Africa, cultures wove mushrooms into their myths and rituals. These diverse civilizations, separated by vast distances and different languages, all recognized the unique power of mushrooms. They saw them as symbols of mystery and transformation. Cultures wove mushrooms into their myths and rituals. The mysterious nature of these organisms, their sudden appearance and ephemeral existence, sparked wonder and fear. They were seen as both a blessing and a curse, capable of bringing enlightenment or madness. Sparked wonder and fear. They were seen as both a blessing and a curse, capable of healing and harming, of revealing hidden truths and leading astray. The duality of mushrooms, their ability to both nourish and poison, made them powerful symbols in the human psyche, capable of healing and harming, of revealing hidden truths and leading astray. In the hands of a skilled shaman, mushrooms could be used to cure ailments, to gain insight into the future, or to communicate with the spirit world. But in the wrong hands, they could bring about confusion, fear, and even death. The Maya, like many ancient cultures, understood this delicate balance and approached mushrooms with a mixture of reverence and caution. One Mayan legend speaks of the divine twins, Hunahpu and Xbalanque. These twins are central figures in the Popol Vuh, the sacred book of the Maya, which recounts the creation of the world and the adventures of these heroic siblings. They were heroes, tricksters, and mediators between the gods and mankind. Their stories are filled with cunning, bravery, and a deep connection to the spiritual world. They often used their wits to overcome challenges and outsmart their adversaries. In their battles against the lords of the underworld, they faced many trials. The underworld, known as Xibalba, was a place of darkness and danger, ruled by sinister deities who delighted in testing the mettle of those who dared to enter. One test led them to a dark and dangerous place. This was a realm filled with traps and illusions, designed to break the spirit of even the bravest souls. The twins, however, were undeterred. There, amidst the shadows, grew a magical mushroom. This mushroom was unlike any other, imbued with the essence of the gods and the power of the earth itself. This was no ordinary mushroom. It glowed with an inner light, pulsating with ancient energy. Its luminescence was a beacon in the darkness, a sign of hope and divine intervention. The twins, guided by their wisdom, knew this was a gift from the gods. They understood that this mushroom held the key to their survival and success in the underworld. They consumed the mushroom, its essence filling them with divine knowledge. This sacred act was more than just a means of nourishment. It was a ritual that connected them to the divine forces of the universe. With this newfound power, they outsmarted their enemies and escaped the underworld. Their victory was not just a personal triumph, but a testament to the power of divine intervention and the sacred connection between the Maya and their gods. This story, passed down through generations, highlights the importance of mushrooms in Mayan cosmology. The Popol Vuh and other ancient texts are filled with references to these sacred fungi, which were seen as bridges between the mortal and divine realms. They were not just a source of food or medicine, but a conduit to the divine. The mushrooms were believed to possess the power to heal, to enlighten, and to connect the Maya with the spiritual world. They allowed mortals to communicate with gods, to receive visions, and to tap into the hidden forces of the universe. The rituals involving mushrooms were elaborate and deeply spiritual, often conducted by priests who were well versed in the sacred traditions. This belief permeated every aspect of Mayan life, from their religious ceremonies to their daily routines. The reverence for mushrooms was a testament to the Mayas' profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all life and the mysteries of the cosmos. Deep within the jungle, hidden from the sun's gaze, the Maya gathered for their sacred rituals. Torches flickered, casting dancing shadows on the stone walls of the temple. The air was thick with the scent of copal incense and the earthy aroma of something more. Shamans, adorned in feathers and jade, presided over the ceremony. They held in their hands the sacred mushrooms, gifts from the forest gods. The mushrooms, carefully dried and prepared, were a portal to another realm. They were consumed with reverence, their effects anticipated, with a mixture of fear and excitement. As the mushrooms worked their magic, the participants embarked on a journey of the soul. They saw visions, heard voices, and felt the presence of the divine. The shamans, guided by the mushroom's wisdom, interpreted these experiences, offering guidance and healing. They acted as intermediaries between the material and spiritual worlds, their power amplified by the sacred fungi. The Maya, keen observers of nature, recognized the power of mushrooms extended beyond the spiritual realm. They saw these fungi as gifts from the gods, imbued with the ability to heal both body and soul. Their deep connection with the natural world allowed them to unlock the secrets of these mysterious organisms. They witnessed firsthand the healing properties of certain fungi. Through careful observation and experimentation, they discovered which mushrooms could be used to treat specific ailments. This knowledge was not just anecdotal, but was meticulously recorded and passed down through generations. Shamans, with their knowledge passed down through generations, became skilled healers, utilizing the unique properties of different mushrooms. They were the custodians of this ancient wisdom, often seen as intermediaries between the physical and spiritual worlds. Their role was crucial in maintaining the health and well-being of their communities. They used mushrooms to treat a variety of ailments, from physical wounds to spiritual maladies. The mushrooms were believed to have the power to cleanse the body of impurities and to restore balance to the spirit. This holistic approach to healing was a cornerstone of Mayan medicine. Poultices made from specific fungi were applied to injuries, their antimicrobial properties aiding in healing. These poultices were often combined with other natural ingredients to enhance their effectiveness. The knowledge of which combinations worked best was a closely guarded secret known only to the most experienced shamans. Other mushrooms brewed into potent teas were used to soothe fevers, ease pain, and even induce sleep. These teas were often administered during rituals where the healing properties of the mushrooms were believed to be amplified by the spiritual energy of the ceremony. The preparation of these teas was an art form in itself, requiring precise knowledge of the correct dosages and combinations. The Mayas' understanding of mushrooms went beyond simple trial and error. They developed a sophisticated system of classification, identifying the unique characteristics of each type of mushroom. This system was based on careful observation and documentation, allowing them to build a comprehensive body of knowledge about the fungi they encountered. They developed a complex system of knowledge, carefully cataloguing the different types of fungi and their effects. This cataloguing was not just for medicinal purposes, but also included the spiritual and ritualistic uses of mushrooms. The records they kept were detailed and precise, reflecting the importance they placed on this knowledge. This knowledge, unfortunately, was largely lost during the decline of the Mayan civilization and the subsequent arrival of the Spanish conquistadors. The invaders, with their own beliefs and practices, did not understand the significance of the Mayans' mushroom lore. Much of the written records were destroyed, and the oral traditions began to fade as the Mayan way of life was disrupted. What remains are tantalizing glimpses, whispers of a sophisticated understanding of the natural world and the hidden powers of the humble mushroom. These remnants offer a window into a time when the boundaries between the physical and spiritual were fluid, and the healing touch of the mushroom was a vital part of life. Today, researchers and historians continue to piece together this lost knowledge, hoping to uncover the full extent of the Mayans' botanical wisdom.